Everything we have talked about in this chapter has described chords that occur using the notes of the major scale and only the notes of a given major scale. But as you know, we could also be in a minor key and use, there could be a whole different harmony based on the chords as they occur using the minor scale. So this is about diatonic triads in minor keys or using a minor scale. And there's a couple of different wrinkles to understanding that. First of all, here is the C minor scale. C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. The natural minor scale, the first one we learned. And the triads based on those, if you follow the key signatures, the pattern is different. 1 chords are minor, 2 are diminished, 3 are major, 4 minor, 5 minor, 6 major, and 7 major. So you have a whole different vocabulary when you're in a minor key, and you have to keep that in mind. And because of, they have the same names, because of this, something is a little different. But let's go over the first part, please. In a minor key, this is still tonic and supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, submediant, but this one, because this is not a half step below the tonic, this is a whole step below the tonic, it doesn't get called leading tones. Leading tones are a half step away. This is a whole step away. So it is called a subtonic. So when you're using the triads and you're using the natural minor scale, the 7 is major and called the subtonic, not a leading tone. But as you know, lots of times we do raise the 7th note. Look at this example. C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B natural C, which is the harmonic minor scale because of the raised 7th. And not just here, it means this one is B natural and this one's B natural too. And so that changes the plan a little bit. Minor, diminished, augmented, minor, major, major, and augmented. What if you use the melodic minor scale? That's a possibility too. Now we would have raised 6th also, A natural through all here. So now the plan is minor, minor, augmented, major, major, diminished, diminished. So it can be more than a little complicated and confusing, I know. This is the ones you normally see, which is with the raised 7th. You don't see these too much, but they're there also. The thing to remember perhaps is that the 3 chord can change, the 5 chord can change and does a lot, and so does the 7 diminished. That changes a good bit also. If you're in the minor key and it's based on the raised 7th, then it is a leading tone. So back here on the previous page, this chord, the 7 chord, when it's based on the unchanged 7th note, the natural minor scale, the 7th chord is called a subtonic. But if it's based on the raised 7th, like you see here, then it's called a leading tone. That means that often, when you have the 5 chord in minor keys, since we use the raised 7th a lot, it will end up being a major 5. And they're trying to explain that down here in the key of D minor. We're in D minor. This is a 5 chord using the natural minor scale. And so the 5 chord is minor and the 7 chord is major. But way more often, composers will raise that 7th note. And so the 5 chord will be major and the 7 chord will be diminished. Same thing with the 7 chord. Well, here we're in F sharp. Well, let me show you a different example. F sharp minor, the 5 chord is minor, the 7 chord is major if you're using natural minor, but that doesn't happen as much as using their harmonic minor, where the 5 chord is major and the 7 chord is diminished. I hope that is not too confusing. I've tried to make this unit, this chapter really, or this lecture, really short so you can review it and hopefully understand all these things that can happen in a minor key.